I know all you guys love seeing my messy research lab bench, but Dan and I kind of made an informal bet with one another that we could or couldn't do this, so there. This is a lobotomized smoke housing and smart smoke PC board, and what I'm putting on it is about 2.5 volts to the motor and 5.5 volts to the heater, and we have consistent, without any smartness or any big deal. We are just pushing out a lazy smoke, as if you had a fire in the fireplace or you were cooking out on a campfire or whatnot. That could go in the Caboose, that could go on the dinner cart, it could go in a house on the side. It just needs track power or the accessory power and a volt rectifier and a volt regulator, and this is what you can get. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts and some screws, and there's a base, so 7 parts. The base, the housing, and the housing for the motor are 3D printed. Everything else is pretty much purchased. This is the device pulled out of an old steam and tender unit, so it's nothing special. I think we can get that, and then you just put a hose on it so you can route it where you want the smoke to go. The trick for us was, could it be fixed voltages and not require the closed loop approach? And I think that we're now proving that yes, we can do this with a open loop, with holding the volts down. So if you go 5.5 volts on a boost board, or a buck board, excuse me, from a rectifier on the transformer, so you send it anywhere from 5 to 15 volts, it's only going to put out, say, 6 volts. It puts out 6 volts, and then you're going to run this, and then we have a trim pot for the fan motor, and we drop it down to 2.5, 3 volts. So it's just whistling. It's just barely turning. That's what we want. It's barely turning. It's pulling fresh air in here and compressing it and pushing it out, but it's doing it at a very low rate. So you're not getting any steam puffs. You're just getting a drizzle. This is the idle position exactly in the smart smoke system on the train when the engine is at the station, and you have track power but no motor power. As soon as you go to motor power, then we go to 5, 6 volts to the fan, and we're puffing and chuffing. So I don't know if people are interested in a universally fixed smoke assembly. Let us know. We'll put the prices together. It's not outrageous, I don't think. Probably the most expensive part's going to be the motor, and I don't think anything else is going to be too bad. We'll see what we can do for it. If you want one, let us know. So I cut a smoke in half, and I cut a PC board in half, and there it is. Not too shabby. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. And you could put, cherry pipe or something. That could actually be like a room scent. Put it in a caboose, and put track on the power to the track, and then you could put it in a display. You just plug it in, and then you could have, like, what do you call it? Pine tree scent, like Christmas or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun. I don't know. I've wanted to do this. I thought I could. I have smoke inside a Lionel factory and a bum shack, and I had trouble getting them to work, and then I almost had to take them apart and figure it out. But once I got it figured out and get them to work, this is kind of what they have in there, a little box like this. And what you would do is you turn it off, and you put the oil in down the pipe, and it runs down into the reservoir and sits there. And the heater is sitting right on top of a pile of rock wool, and it just smokes. Lazy, you know, evaporating the oil. The fan blows the oil out. I think it's wonderful. That's just me, though. I don't know anything. It's sort of fun. It's sort of fun. And if it was in a caboose, you know, it'd be coming up and then it blowing by, so it may not be as exciting. But it could be at the station. When it comes to the station has a fire in the waiting room, you know, like a pot-belly stove or something. I don't know. Could be. Depends on the era, right? What you're doing. I mean, all right, well, there it is. It works. So we have universal fan-driven smoke. If anybody wants it, we're going to package this up, and Dan is going to try to figure out his costs, and we'll see if it's anything we can afford to sell or, you know, offer. All right, gang, that was my day. I know I was supposed to be working on the other, and I got hijacked. Margaret says I get hijacked all the time. I guess she's right. You know, but it's 4:45. I mean, I have 45 minutes. I could get something else done. Who knows? I am ambitious, you know. Okay. All right. There you go. Universal smoke. By golly. Next Generation S. Components and ingenuity on our end, and a little razzmatazz. Oh, yeah. We're going. It's a Lionel heater. 8 ohm. And everything else is ours. Okay, folks. Think about it. Let me know. Later.